truly no clue what I want to spit about. I don't want to start shouting. I don't want to start outing myself once again, even though I just did. What am I doing? This seems like shit, but I just want to have some fun flowing, riding through, going around. I don't care blowing a dude if it has a bit of fun around. And some might consider that rude, but it's just talking openly, even though I'm gray sexual, so I mostly tend to be content with myself. Who else is needed? When you're so conceited, like myself. I'll never concede it. The fucking way I do it. I'm making the beat bleed. With every period I put in. But I barely put it in. Especially not into one that has a period. I just keep on running. Run on and on. Fuck this. This ain't a song. This is a way for me to prolong the wrongs that I created. Make myself hated. Or loved, depending on whether what I shove down your throat and into your ears is something you like to hear, like the fact that I'm queer, saying it a third time, even though it is not needed to get the rhyme done. These words are fun. What's done is done. A nun's a nun, even if you fuck her. What am I saying? I don't know, good luck to her, with celibacy. Hey, I'm a gray sexual. I understand that can be something that you actually want, celibacy. But it's generally hereditary, in a religious sense, passed down by stupid tradition, one after another, on a mission to beat people to submission. Because honestly, if you can create as yourself, for yourself in a mission in regard to sexuality, there's little else they cannot force upon thee. And I use thee in the past tense sense of the biblical. Ah, fuck it, a heretic. I inherit it. From my brain. And if God created it, who's to blame? Clearly not me. My brain and mind is simply my body. Got no soul. I mentioned once ago that is an old concept. Foretold long ago. Some now move it over to ours or some other bullshit. Fuck it, I quit. If you believe that stupid shit, what can I do? Nothing. Except spew it once in a while. And point it out. Blaze it up. The joint is loud. When the smoke goes up. I don't know when I want to choke. I'm just barely a bloke. That is rarely stoked to actually spit these type of flows because there's an internal fear of me that I will clearly mess it up, or at least nearly do so. I fear the 12 people or so that actually listen to this shit. No, I'm just having fun. Most of the time. It's a way for my wit to run around a bit. Like a dog play fetch, but it doesn't matter. I bet you can't surpass even this ability when it actually comes off the top. At least most can't. Then there are a couple who definitely can, and I don't stand a chance against those when it actually would come to flows or the like. At least I assume as much. Though if you listen back, this is I think the 25th or 26th Daydream that I'm spitting right now. If you compare it to the shit that was being read, well, aloud, from the writings in my mind, the first time I spit this shit, this is clearly superlative to it. And don't you say you have the nerve to insinuate it otherwise. It's a sin that should be hated. Just sin, and the other lies that are in the biblical texts. Yeah, I moved on to the next topic and I often do that. That's the way my brain works. As I did just now again. Yeah, I'm a jerk. What else can I be when I see so much misery? And let me proceed to move on to a different topic because I just spit the last one, knowing I'd stop it as I moved into that topic. Dogs are lovely animals. Let's take a random thing. Recently had, again, misery, as it brings because mine recently died. Not a lie, even. Don't feel too bad, you know why? Because they were alive long enough. Similar way I feel about death and life for human folks. It's not just a humane joke or anything that I'm doing here. It's more of a stroke of genius, but not the one that actually leaves you dead. The one that creates a new belief that might fill a need that is inherent in society. Like the lies we tell ourselves about the afterlife we hope to inherit someday and think we need, while we proceed to shit on this life and don't care about it as much as we should, or as much as we could. I don't even want to state a prescriptive, just a descriptive. Most people don't know the difference. Damn. In my brain's mansion, you get evicted if you don't manage to have the intellect within to not be a dick and also be clear, not clerical, but clerical with it. Some form of analysis, some form of reason. That's what you need to achieve these things. You'll never go beneath otherwise. You'll never ease up otherwise. If you follow these other lies that tie into different thought processes that ought to be cut off entirely. Damn. And I'm still a child, yet I see how much shit is happening. Damn. Yep. Hardly snapping here. Mostly noticing once again the hell I've been living in since the beginning. That is actually something I'd written for one of the lines in one of the raps that I might at some point publish. But I'm not in a rush. Fuck. This whole thing won't get into limbo. And is that fucker dead yet? I hope so. Not a joke. Though I don't want anyone to suffer necessarily, just not be around anymore. There's a fairly significant difference. And I might regret even saying this in a later chance. But for now, there's an open feeling that is not even that reeling or spinning around or chaotic in that notion. It doesn't need you to spiral. Because we're wired to wish death upon people, otherwise we wouldn't have wars. Or similar chores. For most people, it's just a boring thought that is not really sought after or mentioned or delved into. They're just shelved and put aside for quite a while. I don't do that. My shelves are bare. I'm dealing with 1,000 things at once. And I fare fairly well. Though it still feels a little bit like in my personal hell. The nice thing about me currently, at least, I have nothing to sell. I'm just spitting my actual thoughts. At most, I get chopped down for some stupid shit I say that has not been thought through, because what I'm displaying here is off the top. Off the brain. Nah. I'm not sane. Not insane either. It's asinine. To try to find my mind has been declined a refund on the thoughts that I spend all my time on. And I just rhyme on like I do now. Damn, it's been 9 minutes already. Fuck. I should chime in the bell. The second round should be over by now, but it isn't. Still hitting shots, throwing them. Fuck. I'm throwing it. But I don't want to, so I'll stop while I'm ahead. And these last punches get into your head. The end.